So you feel lost, you don't know the answers, what's going to happen next. I do not know. The anxiety of not knowing the answers is killing me. But what if the uncertainty isn't the enemy you need to fight the war with? What if the war is of the acceptance of the uncertainty? Because it's going to be there. It is a constant. Seeking answers that haven't revealed themselves is nothing but a desperate attempt to be chosen and rewarded for your patience over something or someone. It's an ever failing attempt to control the uncontrollable. The acceptance of that makes life simpler. One day at a time, one task at a time, believing that it's okay that I do not know the answers and maybe I was never supposed to know them. But remember, nothing in the external has changed yet, just your perception of it. Stop putting yourself in front of the snake that you know is poisonous. Stop worrying about the things that you have no control over. You've tried holding on to it so tightly that your anxiety triggered every physical and mental exhaustion alarm, and nothing changed. So when you finally let go, now at least you have the control over your own thoughts. You can sit in the knowing that you cannot change the situation, not especially by tugging on it or chasing it, but by releasing it. And the only answers to that I came up with is utter surrender. You cannot control anything, and that is the ultimate truth. Think of it like a film. You cannot predict the ending. You cannot make anything happen in the film. It is what the story has been written out to be. And it will be revealed to you when the time comes. You will have to go through the beginning, the middle, and the end. And no matter which character you're rooting for, no matter who you are most attached to in the story will play out as it will. And there is no point in getting up in the interval and be like, yeah, I don't know the endings. I'm not going to watch the entire film. Because that is so silly. The only way to find out the ending is to see the whole film. Yeah. The only way to find out how your current problem is going to resolve itself is by giving it the time and showing up for the climax. The same goes for your life. And I'll quote something from my journal. Just give me a sec. I'm not the decisions of my past. I'm not the value of who chose me. I'm not the value of what I feel. I'm just a soul. The worst that can happen is an experience that eventually will come to an end. The best that can happen is also an experience. And at the end, I will turn into soil. My body will not exist again. And I'm the only one to experience these feelings in my rib cage. So be it. It might be scary, Ayushi. It is a lot. But the fear is of future, so take away its only power, your attention. Whatever happened led you here. Whatever will happen will take you from here. In the lack of answers, do not look back. That's not the direction we're walking in. Que sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future is a mystery, so let it unfold at its own timing. I did not realize I would be reading for that long, but it was really good. And yes, like I said, against the contrary belief, think of your life like a film. You wouldn't want to watch a film that is too predictable. If in the start of, say, 2026, I tell you exactly how you're gonna make that six-figure business or find the love of your life in everything that is going to unfold throughout the year for you, it might excite you at the beginning, but wouldn't it remove the thrill? You would already know that exactly on March 23rd, this is going to happen to me. Or August 14, 2026 is when I'm going to meet the love of my life and all of those things. And this is how it's going to unfold. Didn't I just ruin the surprise for you? Would you want to know how somebody is planning your birthday surprise? It defeats the point, defeats the entire plot line. And you know how the most famous and successful people you see online, they tell you that they never imagined this is how their life is going to unfold, or this is how they would achieve their dreams and become famous and all of those things. Because that's the whole point. You're not supposed to know. You're supposed to experience it. You're supposed to live it. And if you're waiting on your dream person or finding your community or your one true best friend and your tribe or starting that business or figuring out how you're going to get the funding for your project and all of those things, you have to let that thing or person meet the alignment. You have to let it reach the point where it can meet you. You have to let the story unfold itself. And similarly, if you're like low on money for your business, you're not supposed to know how it will happen. You're supposed to just believe that it will happen for you, because why wouldn't it? And you are going to win the game of life in whatever metrics of success you believe in. You're going to win it. You're going to be okay. And you do not have to worry about how. The universe will provide. And I'm not saying that in a manifestation technique kind of way, far from it. And all manifestation is nothing but a psychological trick to tune you into reality you want. And oh my God, this is my favorite part. Okay, vision boards and visualization. You know, when you make a vision board, they tell you to put it somewhere you can see every day. Because when you see it every day, it becomes your mantra. You remember what you're working towards. You see it every day. You, every time life hits you, you look at that and you're like, yep, I remember why I'm working so hard for, what I'm working hard for, what do I want, which direction I'm walking into. And then you pick yourself up again and you walk in that direction. Manifestation does not replace action. You still have to show up to the platform to get the train to your desired destination. Buying a ticket alone is not going to help. You can buy the ticket. Anybody can buy the ticket. You have to show up at the platform at the right time. And how do you know it's the right time? Because you show up every day. By showing up every day. And now that all being said, I do want to show you something. How do we do that actually? How do we shush our anxiety and our thoughts and that leave these claw marks on our soul about, and we can't stop worrying about the money, the business, the expansion, the love of your life, and oh my God, there's so many things to be worried about. Here's what's in my journal for you. So I love journaling, you have no idea. Let me find it. Okay. I won't show, like, I will blur it out a bit, but this is what it looks like, tad bit. And this is what I call the circle of control. And you can do it yourself. You just need a piece of paper and a pen. So you basically just draw a circle, and inside the circle you write everything you can control, and outside the circle you write everything that you cannot control. And all the answers will reveal, what you have to do next will reveal itself. And here's the list: your actions, your thoughts, God's, universes, or your higher self's timing, life matters, job offers, university offer, stock market, dream relationship, financial influx, your expenses, your beliefs, your faith, your values, your decisions or choices. And now, I swear to God, if any of you have put every single thing inside the circle, can you please leave your contact details in the comment section? Because I would love to have a one-to-one chat with you. Because, oh my God, the universe took an avatar and came down as a human form and is watching me rant on the internet. I love that. And I'm going to make sure I take full advantage of that. Come on, in all seriousness. All I could put inside the circle was my thoughts, beliefs, actions, values, and yeah, efforts. And I wish I could control the stock market. Trust me, I do. But jokes apart, here's your answer. You can't do anything about it. That's okay. Because you're not supposed to. And I read this thing on Substack. I do not remember which article that was, but I read this on Substack, and it said, you need to stop worrying about your future you don't see. You're stressed because you're trying to do God's job. Now, whether you're religious, atheist, or spiritual, whatever you are, this one hits home. You're trying to do the job of the nature. You're gonna stress yourself up for nothing because you cannot control it. You cannot force a seed to germinate. Only time can make it happen. cannot do anything. You cannot change anyone or anything. All you have control over is your action. And you please tattoo this in your head, because I have tattooed it in my heart, body, and soul. Every single cell of my body, I have tattooed this thing. I cannot control shit. I'm not going to be worried about it. Keep staring at the circle of control. Period. Oh my god, I'm so passionate about this, because every time my friends come up as well, because I was the one who was like, I can't control it, and there's so much uncertainty in my life. I need to figure things out, and I need to the uncertainty is not gone away, just my perception of it has. And I'm going to put this video of there's this wave that is running, there's this spiral that's going on, and from different dimensions you see, or different directions, you see a different kind of wave being formed. And it's literally the same thing with different perceptions of it. And I am not lying when I say that that thing chemically changed something in me. Your perception changes the observation of reality, and it does change a lot of things. And trust me, when I'm talking about these things, I'm not saying that I'm better than you. I still suck at this. I still cry about things that I cannot control. Even with all these things tattooed on my brain, I still cry about it, because I'm human and it is okay. But I consciously try to change my patterns because I'm aware of them. Because there's just a 20 nanometer gap between who you are and who you want to be. And that's neuroplasticity. I'm not an expert on it, but that's what I've read. There's just 20 nanometers. And that's very small of a gap, to be honest. Your obsession with wanting to control everything causes you to lose yourself. And that is the most expensive bargain ever. Because no matter how much you dissolve and lose yourself, you won't get the control over the outcome. It's the worst possible trade in the history of trades. And every single time you fear uncertainty in your life, you're putting yourself and your own body and soul into this prison that you cannot escape. And guess who made that prison? Your unrealistic expectation of wanting to control life. Who is the silly one? And I'll say this thing. What if what you lack is not direction but freedom? And that freedom is the freedom to change. And I believe that freedom comes from you. Remember how in last week I mentioned to give yourself the permission to be bad at things. That's exactly what it is like to have the permission to just be. Just the freedom to change. And it's okay, I'm changing. It's okay, I changed my belief. It's okay, I'm going to rewire my thoughts. And it's okay, I'm not going to think bad about myself. It's okay, I am okay not knowing how it's going to happen. It's okay, I'm just going to focus on this one task for now. It's okay to change and give yourself the permission to change. Because the more you run away from the acceptance that you have no control over the outcome, while you're still allowed to desire one, the more you hold your fist tighter and nothing comes but pain. And here's some recommendations for films and shows, if you are struggling with living in the lack of answers. And art always helps. So here we go. The Good Place. And I'm not going to even talk about this one. The Good Place. About Time. Dear Zindagi. Little Miss Sunshine. Frances Ha. Against the contrary belief, The Wild Robo. Home Alone, Lost in New York. And you know exactly for which scene. Really good films. If you've not seen any of them, watch all of them. Have you not really seen Home Alone? Come on. If you have watched all of them, by all means watch it again. Start with The Good Place. Yet again. I love that film. Show. I love that show. I still watch it every other day. It's my comfort show at this point. I have another show I want to talk about, but this is not a film recommendation video, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. And let me know if you want me to make one about film and book recommendations. On which note, I've been reading Sylvia Plath's The Builder, and guys, she's onto something. Anyways, I will leave you with these recommendations and these thoughts. And if you want to watch more, you can watch some journaling prompts in this video, somewhere, left, right, I don't know. And if you like what I talk about, feel free to read my Substack. I publish essays, short stories. There is a free guide, 5-question PDF down below, in case you might need something to stop your spirals. And yeah, until next time.